Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. This is Willie from Disney Your Day. I wasn't planning on making this video today, but I have this brand new obsession and I just have to share it with everybody. It's actually Disney related and I'll show you in a minute. There's this new to me hobby called diamond painting. It's sort of a combination of paint by numbers and sort of like counted cross stitch, but with these little resin tiles. Some people call them beads. In my book, a bead has a hole in it, so it can be strung. Can't string these, so I don't call them beads. Some people call them tiles. Some people call them resins. I forget what other names I've seen. I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos as I work on this. And how is it Disney related, you ask? She's rambling on and we have no clue. Well, this is the kit that I bought. And you can buy these in kits. That's mostly how they are shipped. And you can see it's little Marie from the Aristocats. Now, this covering is on here because of the way this is constructed. This canvas is very tacky. It's very, very sticky. And what you do is you transfer your little tiles, your resins, your drills, whatever you want to call them, onto the canvas. There is a code or a key to the colors. And I'm blocking my camera, yay. This is what the finished product is going to look like. It's Marie, sort of a stained glass kind of effect. And she's just adorable. And then here are the codes for the symbols. Each symbol is a different color. And the beads come in these little packs. I said beads, and I told you they weren't beads. Anyway, for example, the beads that I just picked up were black, and they go here in this circle in the green square. If you are familiar with DMC embroidery floss, you'll know that 310 is black, which is what those beads are. These colors correspond to DMC floss colors, which is why it reminds me of cross-stitching to a certain extent. Okay, and then, oh my, I see a stray. I see it in the camera. Can I actually find it here to pick it up? And this has happened to me a number of times because the thing is so tacky. Things stick to it. Okay, you get out of the way. So I'm going to work on this a little bit as I talk to you about it. Again, this is new to me, but of course there are a ton of people on YouTube, so if you want to get into this, you too can do this. This kit cost me about $10 to $14. I purchased it from the Wish app. If you're familiar with the Wish app, it's mostly products from China. And it can take a while for them to get to you because they're basically coming on a slow boat from China. But the prices are very reasonable. I hope that the company that made this has a license with Disney and that this is a licensed product. I'm not entirely sure that that's the case. Anyway, your kit comes with your canvas, and this paper protects the sticky part of the canvas, so that, you know, hair, dust, fuzz, that sort of thing don't stick to it. I do have some washi tape along the edges because the tacky part of the canvas extends past the actual picture. So it comes with a canvas. It comes with a little bead tray. Can I get my light any better here? There. I'm still working out lighting issues, folks. If you got any tips, let me know. These are sort of off-white tiles that I'm working with. They are DMC color 3865, and I was before I logged on, I was working on Marie's head here. It comes with this thing called a drill pen. And this is the tool that you use to pick up the tiles and transfer them. Now, I already put a little bit of wax. Your kit usually also comes with wax. Some people use blue tack, the really sticky, pliable stuff that you can use to hang posters. And I don't know if you can see or not, but there's some of the wax in the tip of the pen. I'll go in the, you push it into the wax to get some wax, and then the wax helps you pick up the tiles and place them. And I'm trying to do this around the camera, which is a little awkward here. The beads are faceted on one side and flat on the other. And all you do is just kind of push them in place, and they adhere to the canvas. I'm probably not as precise as I could be in placing these, but the thing I've discovered with these square drills or square tiles is that as you're filling in around them, you can sort of maneuver them so that they fall into place and they're uniform, which is really nice. And I'm finding this kind of zen and relaxing and, okay, obsessive. I tend to get obsessive when I have a new hobby, and I sat for well over 12 hours yesterday, Sunday, doing this. I went to church Saturday night, so I didn't go to church on Sunday morning because I had already gone, and I started around 11:30. I got up for dinner. I didn't eat lunch. So this was great for any kind of diet I might want to do, because I had something to do with my hands. And I kept saying, I'm just going to do one more color, because I would pour out beads. Oh, you also get a pair of tweezers, so that if you position something badly like I just did, you can sort of maneuver it around. Okay. I should cover up this part of the canvas because my hand is starting to stick to it. I thought it was about 7 o'clock, and I went out to the kitchen to make myself some dinner, and it was almost 10. When I get obsessed, I get obsessed. I don't do it half-assed, pardon my French. I want this to be a family-friendly channel, and I just cussed. Again, you just keep placing the beads. I do one color at a time. I don't know if there are people who think that that's the right way or the wrong way to do it, but that's how I do it. And so I kept telling myself, one more color. I'll just place one more color. One of the beads fell out here, so I'm picking it up and putting it back in. You're supposed to be able to shake this tray, and the beads are supposed to settle faceted side up. Yeah. It works sometimes, and not so much another. So again, I've been finding this very relaxing, and I'm loving the results. There are lots of Disney-related kits out there. Again, I hope that the companies doing this are getting the proper licenses from Disney. Since they're in China, I'm not sure that they are. But in this stained glass series of kits, there are also a lot of the princesses. I've seen Mickey Mouse kits. In the stained glass kits, I've seen one of Stitch with Scrump that I may have to get, because I love Scrump. I like a cartoon inanimate object. What's wrong with me? Anyway, you can get these canvases in all sorts of sizes. even within the same picture, you can get different size canvases. And of course, the size is going to determine how well the little details come out. I think the details are coming out pretty well for this. I think I counted maybe just less than 40 colors. And for a canvas that's 30 by 40 centimeters, you know, I think we've got a lot of shadowing and shading in the colors. And I'm pretty happy with this so far. And of course, there are all kinds of videos out there on how you finish them. Most people spray them with some sort of adhesive or fixative just to set all the beads in place. And then there are all kinds of framing videos out there. As I was sitting here for over 12 hours yesterday, I had YouTube videos going in the background because, you know, if you're interested in a craft, there's going to be a whole YouTube community out there, just like our Disney community. I used to pay really close attention to the cross-stitch community. And there's a whole community out there of folks who call their videos floss tube, you know, for embroidery floss. I actually did a few of those videos myself when I was cross-stitching some more. Most of them were haul videos because I wasn't finding the time to stitch as much as I would like. And I'm finding that there's some crossover between the diamond painting community and the cross-stitch community. When I was searching for diamond painting videos, I actually found a lot of videos by one of the people that I followed on the floss tube community. And she's a hoot, so I was very pleased to see that she's doing this as well. But again, this kind of gets kind of mindless, and you can just really relax. And if you're not totally obsessed with it like I am now, you know, you can have a good time. So I think I was saying there are lots of different sizes of kits. This particular kit uses square drills. There are also kits out there that use round drills. This is my first kit, so I haven't tried the round drills yet. I can't imagine that they give you the kind of coverage that the square drills give you. But I'll experiment with that eventually, because I know that this is not the last one of these I'm going to do. If you think you might like to try something like this, you can actually start or dip your toe in the water very inexpensively. I paid about, I want to say $10 to $14 for this particular kit on the Wish app. Whoops, didn't get a bead there. Bead. I keep saying bead. Stop it, Will. Took a while to get here because, you know, it was coming from China. But I wasn't in a rush. I've seen kits at some of the craft stores. They are, in the US here, they are, of course, more expensive than what you will pay on the Wish app. I've also looked at, is it AliExpress or AliExpress, A-L-I? It's another import company, and they also have a lot of these kits, some of the same ones that I've seen on the Wish app. So there are sources out there. There are also people who are doing their own custom kits. You can buy the little tiles or the little rounds, whatever you'd like to use. And you can use an embroidery pattern, or a cross-stitch pattern. Now you would want to make sure that you use something that doesn't have any half stitches or quarter stitches in it, because, you know, there aren't any half beads or quarter beads. I don't like those cross-stitch patterns anyway. I want to do full crosses. and outlining if it's necessary. You know, the back stitching. But there are people, I don't know, if you're familiar with cross-stitching, you might have heard of Heaven and Earth Designs. They tend to make these huge kits. I mean, huge patterns. Really, really big. Some of them Disney themed. A lot of them are really wonderfully detailed, elaborate. Now, come on, play nice here, people. And there are people out there doing they call them HAED, H-A-E-D, for Heaven and Earth Designs. There are people doing HAEDs with these little tiles. I can't even imagine. But of course, I could never really imagine cross-stitching one of those puppies just because they're so huge. I mean, we're talking years worth of work. Well, at the rate that I stitched anyway. Some people can knock them out in a couple months, and I'm not one of those people. Although this goes a lot more quickly than cross-stitch, so it's possible that you could knock one of these out. But again, you could take a counted cross-stitch pattern. Now, of course, it wouldn't have the little symbols. You'd have to count, just like if you were doing a counted cross-stitch pattern. But if you don't mind that, of course, it's not as mindless as what I'm doing now. This is kind of what I like. I don't have to figure out what I'm doing. It's all there for me. And again, this is my very first one, and I'm pretty happy with the results I'm getting. Okay. I do one color at a time, and then I move on, which is why I've got lots of little holes and gaps here. There's a lot of black in this kit. So what I've been doing is I'll do a couple of other colors and then pull out a pack of the black beads. There I go again. And work on filling in some of those. So you can see, and again, those are these little circles in the green squares, and we've got a lot of those around. So that's what I'm going to work on now. Did I drop one? Did I drop that already? Son of a nutcracker. Yep, I did. I dropped it on the right square, but anyway, there are a series of videos where people talk while they're doing exactly what I'm doing, and I think they call them drill with me. Drill with me videos. Just like in the cross stitch community, there are stitch with me videos. And people just chit chat and talk about, you know, new product and things like that, and their latest stash haul. Okay, come on. And you know, I did this for over 12 hours yesterday, and I have issues with my hands. Typically, I have trigger finger in both of my thumbs, but this didn't bother me. I didn't wake up with my hands screaming today. You don't have to really force anything with this. You just have a light touch to pick up the tiles and a light touch to place them, because everything is so tacky that it sticks. Now, I did have to fight with them a little bit at one point. I have a confession to make. And it's really embarrassing. I misplaced my wax at one point. Oh my gosh. And one press into the wax lasts for a really long time, but as you can see, I did a lot yesterday, and I needed more sticky stuff in order to put the beads. There I go again. I've got that in my head now, to put the drills in place. So I ended up improvising. I had glue dots here. If you do any kind of paper crafting, card making, scrapbooking, you probably know what glue dots are. And I used those. Really embarrassing. Did the trick, but didn't work nearly as well as this wax does. So anyway, again, I wanted to show you this. If you're into doing crafts or DIY things and you're a Disney fan, this is another option that's out there for us. And again, I'm finding it so relaxing and addictive. I sat down before noon and I was just going to do 2 or 3 colors. And it's now, what, 4 something? 5:17. It's 5:17 Eastern Time. I haven't had lunch. I haven't showered yet. And I have to shower because I have to go back to Maryland tonight. And I don't want to go back all nasty. Anyway, thank you for letting me share my latest obsession with you. I'll try to put some links into the description box so that if you want to check this out for yourself, you can. If you don't have the Wish app, don't do it. No, I'm kidding. You can get lots of goodies there. Their prices tend to be very reasonable. Sometimes you can get something free. Well, it says it's free, you just pay shipping, which, you know, for something small, I've ordered some earrings and things from the Wish app. Disney earrings, of course. They have lots of Disney product there. Again, I don't know if it's officially licensed or not, but I think I've paid maybe $3 for shipping on a pair of earrings. So I've basically gotten a pair of free earrings for $3. Or a pair of earrings for $3. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do. I'll be bringing you more Disney content, and I have some other Disney crafts to share. I do scrapbooking, I do card making. I don't think I've done any Disney jewelry yet, but I enjoy jewelry making every now and then. I have some cross-stitch projects that I'll pull out at some point and share with you. If you have any ideas for anything you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any kind of questions, please leave a comment. And until we meet again, I hope you find lots of ways to Disney your day. Thanks a bunch, and bye-bye.